I'm Rusty Halvorson of the American Ag Network. We're in the state capitol talking with North Dakota Ag Commissioner Doug Goehring. Doug, thanks for having us today. As I understand, you were recently in Washington, D.C. for the signing ceremony for Phase 1 of the China-U.S. trade deal. When the trade skirmish started a couple of years ago, Ag Secretary Sonny Perdue said that agriculture was at the tip of the spear when it came to retaliatory tariffs. And for North Dakota soybean producers, I think we're really at the tip of the spear for all of our supplies we send out to the Pacific Northwest and over to China. With Phase 1 now signed, are you sensing optimism from some of the area producers or cautious optimism when it comes to Phase 2 of this trade deal?
So primarily, I think what producers are experiencing or looking for is what kind of movement or action is going to be in the market. And for the most part, I think people have come to the realization that we're probably not going to see anything right away. And to that point, China's already moving towards those South American beans. I think the hope lies in, and it looks like it'll be business as usual as we get through the rest of this year. So as we get into the rest of the marketing year, we look at new crop, probably more sales are going to come about probably in the last part of the second quarter, mid-season. And that's going to start to determine really where we're going. Some of the problems that most of the producers seem like they're contending with and feeling anxiety over is not just the markets, it's the standing crop out there too. We got over 2 million acres of corn still standing. We still have 450,000 acres of soybeans that haven't been harvested. I think some of the numbers on cereal grains, whether it's barley, wheat, and durum, you're probably pushing some pretty high numbers. I suspect if you include all three of those, we're probably somewhere between 80 to over 100,000 acres have not been harvested in the state of North Dakota. And worries about what's going to happen with prevent plant. But all that being said, the Phase 2 part of the agreement is going to be working on the sanitary, phytosanitary, more technical issues that I don't believe most producers feel like really affect them as much. So hopefully those discussions go well, because I know there's some sticking points in there, but I suspect some of the progress that was made in Phase 1 that was surrounding some of the phytosanitary and sanitary,
The non-tariff
the non-tariff technical barriers are going to be the things that they're going to continue on with. So hopefully I think we're going to have progress. I see this as something that's going to benefit China as well. I mean, China came to the table, and economically they're hurting. They're a protein deficient country now. We knew they were before. They certainly are now with African swine fever. It's going to put them in a position where we got to sit down, let's all play fair, and let's work towards a reasonable solution. And really, this is about the long game. And I think when we got involved in this and we stuck it out, it was for a long game. If we'd have waited too long, 2 more decades, who's to say China would have been in a different position and wouldn't have had to come and meet under this situation and these issues and really come up with some resolution.
A very good answer. Thank you for your time here today, Commissioner. Thanks for your time.
You bet. Thank you, Rusty.
From the state capitol, I'm Rusty Halvorson for the American Ag Network.